With your guns and drums and drums and guns, hurroo, hurroo. With your guns and drums and drums and guns, hurroo, hurroo. With your guns and drums and drums and guns, the enemy nearly slew you. Oh, my darling dear, you look so queer, Johnny, I hardly knew ya.
Every once in a while in American politics, in a major issue, there is an idea that transcends both sides of this aisle and transcends from the experts to average people, because there's a common sense ingredient to it, as well as a deeper, insightful notion of how that part of the world works. And this is one of those issues. When you cut through all of this, what is it that the American people, what is it all of my colleagues, all 100 of us want? No one wants to keep American forces there. 3,800 more dead, close to 28,000 wounded, roughly 14,000 severely wounded. They're going to require medical attention and care the rest of their lives. No one in here wants that. If we could wave a wand, there's not a single, the most conservative to the most liberal member in this body. They'd take every troop out if they could. Tomorrow. We don't want our kids going. I don't want my son going, my daughter going. I don't want my grandkids going either. But what is recognized underneath of all of this is there is a clear understanding that even though most of us on this side of the aisle opposed to what the president did and how he did it, there's a recognition that it matters what we leave behind. Some of the administration will privately say to me, Joe, you're right, there's an inevitability to a federal system. Well, let me tell you, the difference between an inevitability and us being the catalyst to bring it about may be years. And that's thousands of deaths. Maybe tens of thousands, counting Iraqis and Americans. We don't have that time. Iraq will not be governed from the center anytime soon. And I'm not prepared for my son and his generation to continue to shed their blood in an effort to do that. I will not do that. And as we leave, and we will leave, as my friend from Virginia knows, as we leave, the only honest question that any president or senator must ask himself or herself is, do we have any ability to affect what we leave behind? And if we do, we have a moral, overriding, overarching obligation to the next generation to try to do it.
With your guns and drums and drums and guns, hurroo, hurroo. With your guns and drums and drums and guns, hurroo, hurroo. With your guns and drums and drums and guns, the enemy nearly slew you. Oh, my darling dear, you look so queer, Johnny, I hardly knew ya. Where are your legs that used to run, hurroo, hurroo? Where are your legs that used to run, hurroo, hurroo? Where are your legs that used to run when first you went to carry a gun? Now I fear your dancing days are done, Johnny, I hardly knew ya.